Okay.
When calligraphy nibs are manufactured, the cutters produce a straight edge like this. To get these wonderfully fine lines, though, in calligraphy, often you need a much finer tip. And so I sharpen nibs to take a little bit of the edge off there, so what I'm writing with is much thinner and more flexible. I use an Arkansas, spelt Arkansas as in the state because that's where it comes from, sharpening stone, which is very, very fine. It's much finer than sandpaper or other sharpening stones. You can get these from the internet or from tool supply shops. The first thing that I need to do is to make sure that this very edge here is straight. And so although I would normally do this flat on a flat surface, I'm going to tip the stone so that you can see how I'm doing this on the film. I'm going to go backwards and forwards, and this sound might actually set some of your teeth on edge. Just a few times to ensure that that edge is absolutely straight. Now I'm going to sharpen the top of the nib, so I'm turning it over, and as this is quite a broad nib, I'm holding it at an angle of about 45 degrees. If it was a narrower nib, I'd change that to about 30 degrees. So supporting this part of the pen with my middle finger, I run this along the sharpening stone between 9 and 12 times, and you may just be able to see that tip there is now very, very shiny. In sharpening like this, some of the metal may have created burrs and be pulled down, and I need to remove those because otherwise it might tear the paper when writing. So I just take off with a couple of strokes on each corner and also on the flat part of the pen, and then I try it. If it isn't sharp enough, I can repeat the process. If I've been a bit enthusiastic and it's so sharp that it tears the paper, I just take the edge off a little by doing what I did to start with, which is to go back and forwards, and so I take a little bit off that front edge there. And you'll find it makes such a difference sharpening your pen nibs to your writing.